Howdy everybody, and welcome to the second update of the concurrent project I'm working on. We have a few updates for you, so I figure we hop right into the show right away. So now one of the biggest bargain that was occurring within the map was every time when you shot a further target that was relatively further away, you always had the problem of not seeing where things actually have hit. Well, this is now fixed, because now we actually have a very lovely panel. So if we set it up, it's immediately on spawn set on the 0 meters, so you can practice all you want, no problem. And the moment you decide, let's go for 200 meters, the camera changes instantaneously. It takes like a split second for the target to pop up. As we all know, it comes from the ground. And if we shoot the target, now we can actually indicate where we have hit the target without using necessarily the camera, which is really bloody gorgeous if you ask me. So yeah, and this is going for all 600 meters, so even if you shoot into the void, you still have a possibility of hitting the target. Now I have to use the top right corner, top left corner, sorry, in order to figure out whether I hit the target or not. And I actually did, right here on the 4, scratching at the 4, but it's mainly at the 3. So that's one of the first things, which is really lovely. And do note, you can put the panel wherever you want, so even if you put it up here, you can put it here. Yeah, and this brings us right away to the second update, or the second part. But you can put this panel wherever you want. Do note, if you remove this panel, everything else will be removed, and you would require to do a overhaul or a overall cleanup of the map. Now with those targets we remember, then I decided to put some additional PCIS, some metallic targets. I don't remember now exactly the name. We have those now as well, and as you can imagine, every time when you hit them, even from far away, you can still hear a very tiny glonk, which goes all around the map. So do not worry about not possibly seeing it. And obviously you can use a camera on your own, an RT camera or normal camera, in order to identify where you have hit the target. Now, as I was already mentioning at the very beginning, we now have a new area, and probably a lot of H3VR or hot dog socials and hand grenades players do remember this iconic scene very well, which is nothing but the main menu. How do you get there? Not by a push of a button, you have to shoot it, because every other game works like this. So every time when you shoot the target, you get immediately teleported to our new area, which, as you can hear, also has a lovely sound effect. I'm still working on it, so it's not entirely finished. I love how they're just all the way up there and not actually doing anything. Well, that's... as Anton would always say, it wouldn't be death block if nothing would be broken. Well, the same pretty much applies here. But the moment you spawn over here, this is now the new starting area. You spawn here, you have to go the lovely stairs down that is lovely indicated by a few sprites. You simply shoot the target, as a pistol is provided over here, and you get immediately teleported to the area. Now, as we have a lot of space to cover here, or overall within Hammer and map, I can put in furthermore scenes, which obviously are going to be lovely, such as the normal shooting range, the friendly 45 range I've put into consideration, and much more. As well, if you feel like that this is a little bit of a bargain, do not worry about it, as now you can just remove those entities and the spawner is entirely removed. And because I do read the comments on the workshop item, we can hear that we have now some lovely sounds going a little bit here and there. It's nothing really too hard to determine where the sound is coming from. Right about here. And the same also applies for our main lobby right over here, meaning that we have not a utterly silent map anymore. Obviously, if you go all the way over here, you don't really hear anything in the first place. Now these little pallets, or floating pallets if you want to call them, you can stand on them. I just wouldn't know why, but I guess you can. I'm still finding something to put on them, because obviously in the actual game you have giant hot dogs, giant hand grenades, and giant horseshoes going all the way up and all the way down, which is pretty lovely. And there we go. I know it's not really a long update, but it's better than nothing for certain, I'm assuming. And well, now we actually have a way more improved hit practice target thing. We can actually see where we are hitting things in the first place, which, if you ask me, should have been in the first version, but then again, it was the first, well, so to say, the first version of them all, so things will be still updated. If I make the normal range from H3VR, which is like a normal pistol, assault rifle, whatever kind of range, then we are going to import this kind of system as well, and much more to go. Obviously, things will be taking time, but we shall see. What comes around goes around. If you want to clear these decodes, the only thing that you have to do is type in the console r_clear decodes, and by then all of the decodes will be cleared. And obviously you can also just clean up the entire map if you please to do so. But yeah, that should be all about it. Hope you enjoyed, and hope you will enjoy the map. I will leave the links as always down in the description, and shall see you when I see ya. Probably.